Before this episode started, I wanted to bring to attention that we know the quality of this episode is going to be below our standards, and we have came up with solutions to mitigate issues like this in the future, so don't expect this to be the normal. We're sorry it's happening this episode, but we need to push content, so I'm still putting it out there. Anyways, enjoy this episode, guys. Peace.
Well, we started as cavemen, we created fire, now we shoot rockets into space, and we clean our butts with bidets. And today we are going to talk about a hot topic right now, which is TikTok. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Taylor, and with me as always is Brent and Chase. And today we have brought on a new fresh brain on board, Allison. Allison, say hi, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Allison. I'm Chase's friend.
She's helped a little bit on giving advice as far as camera angles go for video editing.
Oh, yeah. She had us drop the camera angle down.
Kind of how they met. But today we're going to kind of get into TikTok while it's a hot topic. First off, I've never had TikTok. Anybody?
I have TikTok.
I have had. I don't have anymore.
Part of the reason why I've never downloaded TikTok is I always thought it was a new replacement for Vine. And when they took Vine away, I was a little upset about that. I was a huge fan of Vine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Twitter just killed it. So never understood that.
Is that who bought them out? What happened to it?
I think Twitter had them for a little bit, and then they weren't making much money from it. It was pointless. So, and all the stuff that was on Vine was basically on Twitter anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's just short clips.
So that's what happens when companies buy other companies. But obviously the big issue with TikTok right now is the fact that the United States is considering banning it. But let's kind of talk about the history. Do you guys remember when it first came out? It wasn't
Musically.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that, and that's when it was like the cringiest. It was literally just like people lip syncing random shit. It was so dumb.
I believe the logo and everything was the same too. Wasn't
it? When I heard the word TikTok, I was like, that sounds stupid.
Does anybody here know what TikTok means?
What's that mouse song,
says.
Right? Tick, tick, tock. The mouse went up the clock.
No, yeah, as I say, that's what a clock says, is TikTok.
Isn't that the song, though? Right?
I have no idea.
The nursery? Are you talking about the nursery rhyme?
No, not... Oh, wait.
The Kesha
You're talking about a nursery rhyme.
Oh, Kesha has a song called TikTok. Yeah, I'm talking about nursery rhyme.
Yeah,
no.
Hickory Dickory Dock.
Oh, that...
Jesus, Murphy.
That's a tick, tick, tock.
Okay, so the reason why it's called TikTok is because the name TikTok is, I cannot see this word, an
Onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia.
What does that even mean?
That means a word is what it sounds like. Like,
okay.
No, bang's not really onomatopoeia.
Like TikTok. Okay.
Like boom.
And they named it that for the sound of a ticking clock, and that it represents short format of the videos. So that makes sense. Okay. And I do believe that TikTok and Musical.ly were two separate apps at one point. Or it was Musical.ly in the US at first, and then it was bought by TikTok.
I'm not sure. I thought Musical.ly... Oh, it could have been. I thought Musical.ly was shut down for some reason. And then I saw TikTok like a few months later.
Yeah, it was basically the same app. And I think it had two different names going on in different countries. A little bit...
That makes sense.
Yeah, I keep hitting these cables and it's pissing me off.
Anybody know any history about TikTok at all?
No. I just know it. Yeah, just know it started as Musical.ly. It was cringe.
I just know I hate it, and I thought it was a perfect topic to talk about. So obviously it's a Chinese owned app by a company called ByteDance.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I understand it, China being a communism-based government, they, especially technology companies, they have people who are in the Communism Party that either work there or, they have to follow, government regulations.
Yeah.
And also have to give the information they collect to the government.
Mm-hmm.
So... I think it came out in 2016.
Did it really?
Yeah, that seems because I remember watching James Corden.
It came out in the Chinese market September of 2016, and then in 2017 is when it launched in iOS and Android for most of the outside markets of China, and then I think it became officially TikTok Well, it was Musically back in 2018, and then let's see what we got here. You mentioned something about how it ran on the separate servers, and that's because some content that other countries would share, it may not be accepted in China
in
because they're
different
all
cultures.
about controlling what content people see.
Mm-hmm.
It might as well be fucking North Korea. Sounds like
Close enough. Not really like well, it's communism. Do they have like a dictator, like a supreme
China?
ruler?
And where?
China.
Yeah, it's Kim Jong. Not Kim Jong. I'm an idiot. It's Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
He's the leader. He's like, yeah, he's crazy. Well,
Is he like a lifetime leader, or is he voted in?
I'm gonna. I'd say lifetime leader. I think, but someone out here in some comments is gonna get mad. I just know he's
In our
he is,
giant
he is
comment
like
section.
a dictator because, like, they had the Winnie the Pooh incident where some college kids in China, in like Beijing, said, "Hey, Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh," and so he outlawed Winnie the Pooh in the entire like China.
And
so like you can't have anything Winnie the Pooh, you go to jail.
Disney kisses the Chinese government's ass a lot too.
Yeah, and the NBA.
Yeah.
And well, every major because that's the next market of money is they go to
That's-
advertise. Yeah.
Most people in a country in the world.
So, out of the four of us, three of us don't have it. We can probably still spit out our opinion. I personally, when it came out, it was a musical app, and first off, I don't even like musical movies, and I find it kind of annoying when people sing and make videos to 30-second clips. So it was definitely I'm not into it. And then it became TikTok, and it kind of transitioned to
Comedy.
being like Vine,
To Vine.
comedy.
Vine 2.0.
That's why I like it. It's comedy.
Yeah, and my girlfriend has it, and a lot of complaints that she's told me, and she's addicted to it. And she'd probably argue that, but like when she's on her phone, 90% of the time it can be that, and she can be on TikTok for 2 hours straight. Miles
It's
of
based on what
swiping.
you like.
Say
Like your content, what it shows
Yeah.
is based on what you like. Because when I had first gotten it, it was a bunch of college women dancing, making stupid ass videos, and I just didn't like them. And next thing I know, I'd like one thing about trees, and then my whole next 2 hours would be trees. And I mean, it based on what you like. And if you
Yeah, so
if
it's
you
like-
like a lot of funny videos, then in your feed will be a lot of funny videos.
So you've never even been on TikTok
You gotta fine tune
at
it.
all?
I had a TikTok app and like an account. I didn't post any TikTok shit, but it made me create an account. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. See, I did download it to my phone, but the moment it popped up the whole make an account and I couldn't see anything without having an account with them, that's when I was like, no. So I don't
Yeah, that
think
makes
they
sense.
can get any of your information from your phone unless you agree to it and make an account.
Mhm.
But
So I dodged
I
that
don't
whole
think I don't think they're gonna single me out of all the users.
And we'll get into that. Okay, so what do you like about TikTok? And what do you hate about TikTok?
Okay, that's a good question too. What I like about TikTok is I can get on there and it passes time, and I can watch funny videos that actually make me laugh, and I can create videos that I think are funny that I normally couldn't because I have no editing skills or anything like that. So it's really easy for me to use. What I don't like about TikTok is probably that everybody hates TikTok.
I think also it's
I
kind of
see.
become a very, how Michaela put it was, the girls are using it for, what's the right word, Allison?
They're getting famous by having their boobs hang out. They're dancing in bikinis for no reason. It's just
That's
a
it.
way to rise up and get followers.
I ain't no sin. I don't
Yeah,
like that.
I always would like. Well, I sometimes see that in like Snap stories. Like they'll push a certain story. It's always like a really hot chick dancing. I'm like, okay, hide this from Discover. So hopefully they know I keep hiding the chicks that are rich because they show their tits, and I won't get that anymore. But I just
That
find it
is
annoying.
alive.
That
You
would be
can't-
nice.
You can't hate it. They found their own hustle, which
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate it.
What's your opinion on TikTok, Allison?
I hate it. I was not big into Vine to begin with. I don't think 6 seconds was enough to be funny for most people.
Mhm.
I think a lot of Vines were funny because they were quotable, and I just didn't get into it. And then when we transitioned over to Musical.ly or TikTok, they were just singing and dancing,
I
and
can
that's
see
also
that.
not
Yeah,
my thing.
those cringe.
Yes. I feel like the 6 seconds itself is its own comedy category of comedy because a lot of those vines were really funny, but that is a good way to put it. They're quotable. You know, it's something that you would repeat or something. So
Yeah, that's true.
that's really neat.
Oh, okay. So switch gears here. Let's kind of figure out what content it does collect from your phone. Because I mean, you have it on your phone. You officially have given your information, that's anything on your phone, to it.
Cool.
So let's find out what you're sharing with TikTok. So everyone out there that does own the app and have it and just agreed to it, don't know. Ignorance.
My
Something
Xbox
turned
just turned on.
I was gonna say that's an Xbox.
Yeah. I'm curious if there's an exact answer. Even if there is an exact answer, I bet it's more than that.
Right. I've got their privacy policy pulled up here on TikTok's website.
Oh, the EULA, the agreement?
Yeah. So in big capital letters, it says, what information do we collect? With a question mark. And I'm just going to read it here word for word. We collect information when you create an account and use the platform. We also collect information you share with us from third-party social network providers. So that's probably going to be your
selling information,
Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, probably even dating sites. We also collect information contained. Oh, this is not good. We also collect information contained in the messages you send through our platform and information from your phone book.
Oh, so they collect all your contacts, the emails you have, and any. Can you direct message people on TikTok?
Yeah.
Do they have DMs?
Yeah.
I believe so.
So then it collects all that.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you're gonna use TikTok, they're gonna to message people. They're gonna get it.
Well, it says here though. Okay, so information from your phone book. If you grant us access to your phone book on your mobile device, and then more information about the categories and sources are below, and it just a long list.
Yeah. So when that stuff comes up, I usually hit deny and everything, unless it makes me hit allow.
Do you remember if it had any? Do you remember what it asked you when you made an account?
No.
I don't
Honestly, I don't remember
either.
I feel like the only thing they threw at you was just a check mark, check the box if you agree.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was simple.
I'll agree to
and
all.
I can guarantee
Okay.
I didn't read it.
Nobody reads the EULAs.
So it kind of spells it out a little bit more here. So registration information such as your age, your username, password, language, your email, and your phone number. The profile information, your social media account information, and your profile image. And then also collects user-generated content, including comments, photographs, videos, and virtual item videos that you choose to upload. So anything that you're making for the app specifically. It says something about payment information such as PayPal or other third-party.
What do you pay for it? I don't know because I've been using the app and everything.
It collects information from third-party payments, so it's not even it's Venmo,
So it could
PayPal.
So what you buy is probably what they're tracking to.
It also keeps.
Dude!
This
The Chinese government knows so much about me now. I had that app probably for like 2 weeks, and I deleted it.
And I'll probably remind me to bring up why the Chinese government would want this information. We'll get into that in a second. Here's where it gets nice and gritty. Your phone and social network contacts, with your permission, of course, which I feel like with as smart and ignorant as people can be these days, especially our age, are going to say yes to. Do you think? Do you agree?
Wait, phone and what information?
Social network contacts.
Oh yeah, people probably would say.
Pretty much giving it full permission to take all information.
Just saying it in that high level, people would probably accept that. But if they said like also your information on your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, then people would probably not accept it. But they're not going to say it like that.
If you choose to find other users through your phone contacts, we will access and collect names and the phone numbers and match that information against the existing users of the platform.
That's so much information.
If you choose to find other users through your social network
really creepy.
contacts, we will collect your public profile information as well as names and profiles of your social contacts. It just seems like it's taking a whole bunch of information it doesn't need, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's like a secondary business. They sell that information to companies.
You said you were going to get into it later. The only that I'm before I lose the thought, I feel like the only reason they would take all this information is they have that social system there in China, where it's like, oh, everything you do as a person, the way you act, actually gives you a status in society based on if you can get if you have a bad status from.
Wait, it's like that Breaking Mirror episode, or what's it called, Black Mirror?
So say in China, if all you do is play video games, you actually it's like a credit score for your for your overall being. So say I play video games all day, you'll get it'll hurt your credit. Or if you don't go out, if you always cuss, always go out and drink, and like they mark and tally everything about you, give you an overall rating as what kind of person you are. And if you have a bad person rating, you can't buy a car, you can't get a driver's license.
What the heck? I didn't know this.
Oh yeah,
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
I thought this was a rumor that was going to happen.
No,
I didn't realize it was
their
already
social
a thing.
systems actually they have photos of you. They're always tracking you. Like your searches online, it can hurt your credit.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Have
they
you
have,
guys-
cameras.
Dude, my credit would be low as
Like
heck.
you can only be online, like only be on Facebook for like
I knew
30
that.
minutes a day, or it can hurt your credit.
Yeah.
Like it is insane. I feel like this would be the only way.
It's like an episode of Black Mirrors. Have you guys seen?
Yeah,
that
that's what I just
episode?
mentioned.
Or that's
Yeah.
the only reason why they would want it is to give a broad. Like I just don't like. What if like they looked at everything now? I mean, I don't like to think I'm a bad person, but in China I'd probably be a bad person. So like,
I'd be a bad
what if I
person.
went to
I would
China
be worse.
on a visa? What if I got a visa or something to go to China and hang out? And they're like, no, back in America, this is what the information we collected from you. So now you're on our soil. You're arrested here. And
Do you remember-
that'd suck.
Our
Oh, shit.
English teacher from
That'd
8th
be
grade,
weird.
she adopted a Chinese son, and she told us how getting a visa
Was
to go
almost
into China.
impossible.
Yeah. And I think something about not allowed to have
Could you imagine?
pop or soda there either.
Yeah, could you imagine going to China like on vacation and being arrested because of something you searched or they didn't like when you're in U.S. soil? And I feel like they could do that, and that's fuck going to China, man.
Yeah, I don't want to go to China. There's no reason to go
I
to
mean, it
China.
would be cool, but that's too much information. I didn't know all that. Am I going to delete the app? No.
So
They already have everything they want to do. Yeah.
it also collects device information, location data, and messages. So for device information, it collects.
They know what phone you're using and shit.
Yeah,
They
it collects everything.
literally have a copy of my phone.
Yes,
That's
they
pretty
have your
much
IP address. They have Chase. You know what? I don't know what unique device identifiers means.
Yeah, that's like so an IP address is dynamic. His IP address will change sometimes, but the unique identifier number is specific to his phone.
Okay. Like a license plate to a car.
Yeah.
Okay. Or no, VIN number. Sorry.
No, VIN number. Yeah,
Yeah.
VIN number. Yeah, license plates can change, but yeah, VIN number.
The model of your phone.
11 Pro Max, baby.
Your mobile carrier, so it knows which carrier you have. It knows what
Yeah.
time zone you're in. Your screen resolution, which is not that big of a deal.
Wow.
Your operating system, the app and the file names and the types, and even your keystroke patterns and rhythms.
Holy cow.
That is
So
like some
much.
FBI
That's
shit.
like literally everything.
They like
Like-
actually have FBI guys watching them.
Okay,
Yeah, that's crazy.
so it probably has your fingerprint as well,
Face-
and your
face
face.
identification.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not going to China. I mean, I don't need to. I'm
Um,
not scared.
It collects.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that when it says messages, it's not like we collect and process.
You can't sit here and tell me that TikTok is the only app that's doing this, though. There's got to be some American-based soil.
Facebook is doing it, but
Based apps that are doing it.
Facebook kind of does it. Well, I mean, American companies do it, but they're a little more.
They can only go
Governed.
so far
They're
with it.
sneaky with it, aren't they?
They got to be sneaky
So
with
then
it.
how-
But
Well, yeah. Look how
No,
Facebook.
it's-
look how the government beat up Facebook over it. What 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was all
over-
last year.
yeah, it was all recording
And they
stuff.
put them on a pedestal. So I think we're not as lenient as
China.
yeah.
Well, China, the government themselves is doing it. So it's not
Yeah,
that they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
lenient; they're literally just
It's
doing
for
it.
their
Or
own good.
maybe
Yeah.
TikTok started and the government was like, well, we can totally use your company to collect information from outside, people. So
They've probably been tracking people before TikTok, though.
right. And obviously, you're talking about so much data from so many individuals
That's
around
what
the
I
world.
said.
Doesn't it on the Google Play Store? I think it has over 1 billion downloads.
Yeah,
So
I'm-
basically, I
that's
have the ability
Yeah.
to track 1 billion.
They don't. I guarantee China has no idea I exist.
The only way I
No
could
way.
possibly see.
Well, they could
what-
probably search your name against the database and then know you. But
But they have no
Off the
reason to
top-
search my name.
exactly, yeah. So yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They have no idea I exist. So I'm not scared. So I could delete it maybe, and then all my information would be gone.
I think you'd have to at least delete
I
your.
know,
Yeah.
I know.
And analyzing information you provide in the context of composing, sending, or receiving messages through the platform's messaging functionality. I don't see anything yet that says it reads what your text message, like it reads your text messages or anything like that. That's crossing the line.
So my actual via text.
Wait,
But it's not like our own government doesn't do it.
It reads your
Yeah,
personal text messages.
Everyone does.
It doesn't say that. Please be aware that messages sent to other users of the platform will be accessible by those users, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I don't see anything about how it may collect. And it's got your usual metadata and cookies.
Yeah.
What is a cookie?
Cookies like just web browsing history.
Like when you look up Nike on Google.
And then I get a notification that says this app uses cookies or website uses cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, it just
your
tracks your
advertisements
usage.
everywhere you look is going to have Nike.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I don't really see. I mean, this is too many pages long to really totally get into it, but it's not like we don't agree to shit like this every day.
Yeah.
I guess the next thing I want to see is what countries have actually banned TikTok, and I'm having.
I just know India for sure, but India banned
India
TikTok and 50
I
other
think
apps.
India is the most recent.
Okay.
And
Dude,
since-
India, there's a lot of I've seen a lot of Indian people use, so it's gone now. And
Completely wiped off. Apple and Google. India asked for help for Apple and Google, and they completely wiped it off the Apple and Google store if your location's set in India. So you could get a VPN, set your location to Russia or China, and then get TikTok. But you can't do it when you're on like an India network.
Let me see if I can find like an actual list here, because it's been over
so
the
there's been more
years.
than one.
Oh yeah, over the years it's been canceled. Looks like
Cancel culture.
Small weird countries.
recently Malaysia, Bangladesh, and India have banned it.
It's all Asian
I'm
countries.
surprised Malaysia did it.
And it all comes down to national security. I heard a rumor, which is a rumor, we don't know if it's true, that our government is telling our military, like, if you're in the military,
No,
you're
that's
not.
true. That
is true?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and I asked Damon, a friend of ours who's in the Marine Corps. Actually, me. I talked. to
Don't
him.
out him if he has it on his phone.
I don't think he has it.
Okay, yeah.
Damon does not.
I was just trying to see if
Damon
you
does
know.
not have TikTok.
But from what I heard, he's like, dude, everyone still has it on their phone. So
Wait, so they tell them they can't be on there?
Yeah.
It's part
I
of
did
like.
not know that.
well, it makes sense if they're in the military.
Yeah.
If you get
Well, I mean, if you're if you're at a high enough level, they give you a work phone and you'll have your personal phone. So I could see maybe obviously not on your work phone, but for like basic infantry or whatever, I don't know. I mean, they probably don't do much on like security level, like secret missions.
Yeah.
Once you get a high enough level, though, yeah.
so, it really comes down to: is it something an individual should be worried about?
No.
You don't care. I personally,
It's more information I want to give, but everybody does it.
I feel like then it comes
So it's-
down to moral belief.
It doesn't really affect most people, I feel like.
yeah, overall it doesn't.
Those who know about it.
Yeah, but
Why
it
they
just
need the
sucks
information.
because it shouldn't be like this, but it is. So there's nothing we can.
Yeah.
So back when World War II was getting away, the Nazis, when it came to what was that called for them killing Jews? The Holocaust. That was what it was called, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it's
Yes.
called.
Yes. The way they found who the Jews were was through history records.
Oh,
See where I'm getting at? I mean, not that I see Chinese forces showing up in
and like
different
kill all
countries,
Christians. Yeah.
but they would have at least an idea of who exactly lives in this country, how many people are, and go from there. And they could use that
Exactly
as far as,
which place to best nuke based on population density, but everybody knows that's already world information already.
Right.
New York, Los Angeles.
they could use that
Chicago.
information to find out who's
The
more of a
ATF,
threat.
the ATF just looked at Chase like.
He knows to nuke those three first. What?
I personally, I'd say I could give two shits if I downloaded it and they had my information, but I haven't yet, and I might as well not
Yeah.
jump in that. I mean, to give your information, you shouldn't. We live in a society these days where it's all out there, and there's not much you can do. But if you can,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, can you get me one too, bud?
I feel like it doesn't affect most people, and it only affects people get mad when it like comes to light and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Well, I think we all know when we don't read that agreement that deep down we know these things are happening, and we just pretend like it's not until someone makes it a big deal, and then all of a sudden everyone cares.
So
Yeah.
I made a comment the other day on a YouTube video that ABC News did. I think it was like 2 nights ago. And it was like, could the U.S. It was about U.S. blocking TikTok. Could it happen? And I made a comment. I made a comment that said, I surely hope so. Kids these days. And, oh gosh, it's gotten a lot more likes since then.
It actually has a lot of likes?
The first
It's a close race.
the first comment that I had, which was a good paragraph, this is what she had to say. And you look at her profile picture, you can tell she's probably 18 or less.
Can we rewind like 2 seconds or 2 sentences? What is this about?
This is a YouTube video I commented on the ABC News release, and it headlines about, is the U.S. could they ban TikTok?
Okay.
I made the comment, I surely hope so. Kids these days. And this someone who's definitely a few years younger than us, this is what she had to say. Okay, but like TikTok is really the only thing that's making us laugh while in our room on quarantine. I'm sure that parents don't want to be bothered or messed with by their kids when TikTok is banned, right? Question mark.
So how many likes did your comment get?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only got 11, but I got.
You said, oh, it's got more likes. I thought you were like 300 or 400.
No. I'm just saying from earlier when I looked at it, and now it's got several comments is what I was talking about.
Okay.
It's got several comments. That's what I'm looking for is the comments. I'm trying to see what others their defense is, you know.
Uh-huh.
2 people told this girl to shut up.
They just went straight to shut up.
In capital letters.
Shut up!
Okay, Tammy. Sorry.
Other people are like, TikTok has never been used by myself for enjoyment, blah, blah.
I feel like this is going to be 50-50. It's just like, is it going to rain today? Well, there's a 50% chance.
Someone else,
there is or there isn't.
Someone else said, don't listen to them. They're Karens and don't understand. Understand what?
Just because we don't agree we're Karens? I feel like people are abusing Karen now.
That ship sank. It's done. Like, it's a done deal with Karen. Ken and Karen at this point. And they're selling T-shirts of Ken and Karen, the white couple, you know.
The lawyer, or were they lawyers or something like that?
Oh yeah, they were. There were people on their property during protests, and they literally brought out an M16 and a pistol, and they're pointing
it.
at
It's like a shitty Jennings 380 pistol that would have no effect.
And that girl had no trigger practice. Her finger was literally on the trigger instead of like down the side.
And I'm using this word in reference, so don't hate on me, people. But someone said TikTok makes me slowly retarded. I couldn't agree more. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I've seen on TikTok, it's just why.
They're funny.
Okay,
oh my god, dude! So
I get it because
and then a lot of them I'm like, this is a tumor of a video.
You've got like 13-year-old boys who are shirtless, biting their lip, just trying to be sexy, trying to get.
There was.
it's so weird.
I've never seen that.
There was a category.
The day I saw that, I deleted it.
I think there was a category for what they call those kids.
What?
They're like they're like
E-boys
trying
or
to be
E-girls.
the Madcon boys. The Madcon boys got famous on was it Vine doing like that same thing?
I think it was Musically, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was actually
the Mad
TikTok.
Boys. I don't even know who these
I
guys
never
are.
really even noticed anything wrong with it.
So let me ask you this: if one were to put up content on TikTok, what do you think it should be?
Well,
I think it should be like actually funny skits instead of like lip
but that's a
syncing.
personal opinion.
Well,
That's what I'm asking.
the reason why I started hating TikTok is because it was just lip syncing. Not even just lip syncing songs, which is stupid, but they're lip syncing
Why the
like.
fuck do I-
No, that's how it started. That's
why.
why.
Does there need to be an app of that?
That's why I started off
So
against
what
it.
content do you think you should?
I mean, if it was me posting stuff, I personally am going to post funny stuff. But that's
all.
what I want to see.
So that's
too.
why I like it, because that's literally all I got it fine tuned based off my likes. That's all my. I open up TikTok right now. I guarantee it's gonna be a funny video. I'm not gonna see a 13-year-old shirtless boy biting his lip or some Ball State woman dancing to Renegade or something.
There's a couple users out there who got really rich and famous because of TikTok, and they're probably sweating right now.
No, well, what you're
They got
talking
their
about?
platforms.
What's her name? Starts with first name C, last name D. She only got
Charlie D'Amelio or something.
something like that. Yeah, but she's already on YouTube with like 6 million
I was
subs
gonna say they
now.
have other platforms. And
Yeah.
following that people are gonna search for them.
Uh-huh.
So.
Honestly, if you're on TikTok and you're famous, you need to go to other social media networks, even before this started happening. But because you just want to.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
TikTok's the dumpster of the getting famous apps. That makes sense.
Oh, 100%. Because you're like, no, I'm TikTok famous. Like, what's
It's like-
TikTok?
The people that got famous on YouTube are much more entertaining
Or
and
prestigious.
respected,
I'd say
prestigious,
Uh-huh.
yes,
By far.
than getting famous
Ray
on
William
TikTok.
Johnson.
I mean, look at the people
Dude, I haven't heard that name in so freaking long,
That's
dude.
like, or no, hold on. What
Ray
was it?
William Johnson.
Smash Brothers? Or
What
Smash
about
Bros.
Daystorm? Daystorm?
Yeah.
Daystorm? Remember him,
That's
dude?
so old. Or who was that? Who was that shitty kid that had the high pitched voice? That was so annoying. He had
Fred.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
wait,
they had a
do you
yeah.
love Fred, don't you? You seem like a Fred
There were
fan.
a couple of videos that I thought were funny,
Okay.
but not like a hardcore fan.
You know, I remember when his first movie, legitimate movie, came
It
out.
bombed. It ruined his career. That's what I was
But I
just
feel
about
like
to
that
say.
happens with a lot of people. They find
Yeah.
success on social media, then they jump to the first like Hollywood thing, and it's always so bad.
And the same thing's gonna
Yeah.
happen for TikTok users that got famous.
What happened to Rebecca Black in It's Friday?
Dude, she
grew up.
released a video.
Really?
She grew up.
Okay.
She released a video like a year ago explaining how the bullying from that video like
Did it
had a
affect her?
big effect of her
Yeah.
in her life. I was like, dang, dude. It was a shit song. It got famous though, but I feel like it got famous more because it was annoying than it was.
It was just
Yeah.
awful.
It was awful.
Not to get off topic, but I mean, the famous video from Vine was a potato flew around
My room.
when you went away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally a potato.
My
flying
favorite
across.
Vine one was this kid. He's like, "Don't fuck with me. I got the power of God and
Yeah.
anime on my side."
Or the one that was the kid that was getting bullied on the street, and he goes, his best friend pushed him, and he's like, "You just disrespected a future U.S. Army soldier." And then it's so
I don't know if
stupid.
it was on Vine or
shit.
TikTok, but there's that.
Man.
If she breathes, she's a thought. And then lightsabers turn on. That's by far my absolute favorite thing on every single internet.
See, that's why I kind of like TikTok, because there are some really good TikToks that have the energy of Vine, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's why I'm glad I kept it. But
Like I'll watch TikTok compilations, but they're literally called TikTok that radiates
But-
Vine
and I
energy.
have-
Yeah. And then I'll watch those.
I got a cool name on TikTok that I had to keep trying for, and then finally I was able to make it, which is Smelly Bed Sheets. If you're watching this, follow me on TikTok. Smelly Bed Sheets.
Is that the full name?
That is
Follow,
my name.
It's all one.
It is,
all,
yes, Smelly
like a-
Bed Sheets.
follow
It's so
Okay.
smelly
fucking-
bed sheets while you still can.
And I got like,
Yeah.
I got like, I mean, I'm not big, but I got like 22,000.
I didn't even
hits.
know you had.
Yeah.
No, I admit,
Yeah.
like
I got,
some
like-
of the stuff that you've made on TikTok has gotten pretty
Yeah,
viral and
yeah, but
hilarious. But
Yeah.
that's the only kind of stuff I would ever want to see on TikTok, which is
the
why.
But there's
that's
always-
the reason I use it.
But there's always stuff you don't want to see. Like I'm sure YouTube has some shit you don't like.
Poop.
Right,
YouTube
right.
poop.
You know, I really wish someone would just make an app similar to TikTok that A, doesn't collect that much information about the user, but is just dedicated strictly to humorous stuff. Because that's all I've ever. Like,
Isn't that what iFunny is that you worship?
What you should do is rate how funny the video is after watching it, and people with the bad rating get kicked off. Amy Schumer would last like a month.
so that's the other thing about. I heard that TikTok really controls who can get famous from it.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, by pushing the For You page by who is like YouTube kind of does the same thing with their recommendations. Yeah, are their trending page.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the chance? I mean, okay, if India banned it, which is they
Second
have
biggest country in the
like,
world.
1/7 of population of the entire world.
Yeah, they're right behind China, I think, in population.
I don't blame them. They're right next to China.
Honestly, all those countries you mentioned are basically right next to China. So,
Yeah. So
That makes
if
sense.
that's not a red flag that neighboring countries are doing it,
did you hear why Trump said he wants to ban
No.
TikTok?
What was it?
He said he wants to ban it because he believes China needs a punishment for coronavirus. That was he never mentioned national security.
that is such a weird punishment.
Sounds
Dude.
like something he'd do though.
No, he'd say 100%. Yeah, he's weird.
I'm trying to find the someone a government official was given a speech as to why it should be banned. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah, Pompeo or something.
Mike
It's like
Pompeo.
yeah, he was the one that mentioned national security. But yeah, Trump just said China needs punishment for COVID-19. Which
That
is
is something Trump would say.
I mean, which is they kind of I feel like this is they've started some stuff a bunch, but I don't know how you make a country pay.
I think the fact that India really did ban
You
it.
can't. Yeah, you
Unless
can't.
you
means
make them
that
pay to the
it-
national or what is it called?
The UN, but are they even part of the? Oh, wait, they're part of the UN.
There's a health organization.
The World Health Organization, yeah, the WHO.
Maybe
The WHO.
maybe pay to that, but even then, I don't think they really do much.
They wouldn't even.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, let's start a war.
How you gonna?
Yeah.
It's saying the Trump administration is considering restricting United States users' access to the Chinese social media application. So maybe it won't be entirely removed, but I don't know how they would go about restricting it if they don't even have control over the app. There's a lot of offices in the United States for TikTok, company offices, interesting enough. So if it does get banned, then I mean, those would be pointless. But the fact that India actually did ban it, it makes it a serious. It could be very well banned at this point.
Give me one reason why you think the banning of TikTok would be good and why it'd be bad.
I'll tell you exactly why. Today's people our age, mental health.
I feel like it'll just move to something else then.
You feel like
everything that they do is so cringy.
I feel like Instagram is the worst of all social media for mental health.
So that's a good thing. Is what you're saying.
I'm
why
saying,
it'd be deleted? Okay,
I'm just saying from what I have seen personally, that some of the content on it is super ridiculous, pointless, plain dumb. And then on another point is the fact that like when someone sits down, they can sit there and swipe a football field worth of it for 2 hours straight and do nothing but sit on the couch all damn day. And the whole YouTube comment, the person replying to my comment on YouTube saying like, oh, well, it's something that's making us, helping us get through this quarantine. Shut the fuck up.
Learn a life skill during quarantine.
Exactly.
I feel like it would be good in the sense that countries are standing up for privacy in a sense.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I think it's good.
There is a limit to what we will allow.
I'd agree to that. I'd agree to that.
Yeah, so I think the good thing about this is maybe it'll make TikTok, the company, look more towards that, all the information they're gathering, and change. Because the United States is their biggest market.
Well, in Facebook, they got in trouble for sharing our information or selling it.
It was
selling it.
Selling it. See, and if you're going to sell our information, everyone should get some sort of payment for it. I mean, and I've heard you can, at this point, like, sign up to... I don't know if it's suing them, but like kind of like how one of those ads you see on TV, if you
if you or a loved one had,
it's something like that. I've seen it online advertisements for it, but I'm losing my train of thought where I was going with that.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. I guess here's another question: if it does get banned, it won't affect us three. I mean, do you feel like you're going to have...
Do you think you'd get a VPN to...
No.
And Michaela said the same thing. I was like, it could very well be banned soon. And she's like, I could care less. And I'm like, I feel like that's the app you're on the most, though.
I feel like it'll just transfer to YouTube then.
Yeah.
Instead of being on TikTok, maybe you'll search like funny compilations on YouTube.
Now, here's another thing. If TikTok had been created by someone in the United States... And we all know that that person would sell it to Facebook or whatever the other company. What company does Facebook not own? Is it?
Well, they don't own Twitter.
They don't own Twitter?
Twitter is their competitor. They own Instagram.
Twitter owns Instagram.
No, Facebook owns Instagram. That's how when you post a Facebook story, Instagram story goes to your Facebook too.
Yeah. Or you can choose to do that.
Yeah.
So there's Facebook owns Instagram, and Facebook obviously owns a shit ton of other
and
apps.
Oculus, the VR stuff. And
if someone in the United States had created TikTok, and then they would sell it to either Twitter or Facebook, most likely Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook has more money.
Probably would never have been an issue. Like what's happening now, it would have been an issue.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be an issue for us, for this country.
Yeah.
Because Facebook already isn't, so why would?
But here's the other thing: everyone around the world has Facebook. Probably more users have Facebook than TikTok.
Yeah,
for sure. How come no other countries are flipping out about it?
Because they don't take as much information.
Yeah, because we're more regulated. So there is this big incident that happened with somebody did something on an iPhone, and the government wanted to get into that person's iPhone, but Apple is not obligated to give the United States government information, so they would not give information to get in the iPhone. So the United States is a lot more secure. We're capitalistic, so there's a lot more private influence than there is public.
What was the band that Apple uploaded onto everyone's music app a couple years back? Remember that?
Oh, dude, Samsung does that too. It's called Into the Horizon. You always have that song when you get a Samsung phone. But I don't know what the Apple.
And I remember a lot of iPhone users flipped out about it. It's like, who says you have the right to upload something like that on my phone?
Yeah, I'd be pissed too, because then it's like people could pay to push their songs in your phone, and then you get a bunch of shit you don't like.
Now, here's the best part. When you buy a new phone, particularly an iPhone, you agree to all the terms, the user terms. So at that point, they probably, somewhere in there, said that, hey, we may upload stuff to your phone.
Straight up,
I think it was you too, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, it was. It was. Yeah, oh, wow, what song did they do?
It was like all of them. It was a whole album that they had just
No, yeah,
released.
because I remember that story now. Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's
that
crazy.
sparked,
Who the fuck is U2?
It's like an old band.
It's a very popular. Hey, so Damon, who's in our Marine Corps, I asked him, has the military said anything about you guys having TikTok on your phones, or what's going on with that? And he said not yet, but I don't have it or do it because that shit's gay. It's exactly where I'm at with it.
Oh gosh.
So if it doesn't become banned, I guess throughout the country, I can see it becoming completely restricted if you are a government official or if you're in the military. That would make more sense. Because if they're able to know where you're at, they would have tracking for
Yeah.
So you're saying
military.
if you're very prestigious.
If you have
person.
any level of security clearance.
Well, not even that, but
Don't
I
have
mean, okay, so take the Navy, for example. I'm sure the government knows where all of our aircraft carrier groups are in the sea, but to have military personnel on those ships using TikTok, I can see how it's an issue.
Yeah. Loose lips sink ships.
Exactly.
It just makes it easier for them to find secrets and find where we
Track.
are. Yeah.
I mean, for all we know, their user agreement is not even telling really what all it takes.
No, it doesn't.
No
Nothing's
no
ever
one can
100%
understand
true.
it. No one can understand what it's saying.
No one has the patience to listen or to read an entire user
And
agreement.
plus, the stuff they do say is high level, so there's stuff that falls under what they said high level, but that's not inferred.
Didn't South Park do an episode about that? That's the human centipede. Like no one reads the terms and agreement.
Yeah.
So they just click yes, and like later on, Apple came and like it's like no, you agreed to us coming and taking out your like livers, and it was something funny like that, or they made him into a human centipede or something.
Do you
South
remember
Park's hilarious.
back in, I think it was actually maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago? It says 2019. There was that person who read the entire user agreement, and she saw, like, if you're reading this, contact us and we will give you a $10,000 reward. And they got a $10,000 reward.
How long was the EULA? Like 100-something pages?
Probably.
Damn.
I
I'm gonna
think
start doing it
on
now. I might
average,
get some
they're
money.
At least like 15 pages
At the minimum.
at the
Yeah.
minimum.
I highly doubt anything like that exists today, though.
No, yeah. I'd be end up making like $10 an hour reading through all these EULAs after I get
Mine would be like,
$10,000.
if you're still reading this, you suck.
Kill yourself.
You say, what did you say, EULOs?
EULA. EULA.
So that stands for...
That's like user. What is it? You'd have to search the
sounds-
acronym. I know it's like it's for user agreements. I'd have to
I've just never heard that before.
Google the
That's
acronym.
interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, as a software engineer, we use that term a lot.
I think it's just 'cause you're-
True. End user license agreement.
Mm.
So it's you agreeing to the license to have the app. That would not have been good.
Shut up. It wouldn't even got on your mixer.
No, your mixer is standing on rubber. But I mean, unless it fell right on it.
But then, even then, look.
So who thinks it's going to get banned? Anybody?
Honestly,
No,
I don't.
I kind of want it to get banned.
I feel like it'd get altered, but it's not going to get banned.
I want it to get banned still to alter it. I just don't like that people can take so much information.
I don't understand how TikTok became a thing when we had Vine, which was
Twitter
basically the
Twitter killed Vine.
I know, but
Why would Twitter kill Vine? Or did it just become not popular?
as
It
far
was,
as
it was at its peak in popularity.
Absolutely.
And then Twitter just killed
It'd
it?
be like right now if Snapchat went you'd be like, what the fuck? And then
I
so
think
shitty.
there was talk of it for a while, and that's why some of the bigger users switched over to like YouTube because there was talk of it, and then it
Damn.
just
Really?
yeah.
Who's
Oh,
the,
yeah.
who's
I
the
never
big?
I never had Vine.
Wait, who's Vine famous that's on YouTube? Was Logan Paul? Did
The
he come
Paul
from
brothers.
Vine?
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
switched
God,
over to
I hate
YouTube.
those.
I know.
They
I
never
don't like him.
changed.
Did you see?
No.
Wait,
I
where
don't
the
like
no?
them.
Where,
Did you see Jake Paul? How he was like stealing stuff in the protest? I was like, dude, you make millions of dollars a year. He just does shit for fun.
He's just
I was like, it's
an
I
annoying.
hate
idiot,
them all. And sure,
I hate 'em.
jealousy or what? I just can't stand them.
honestly. No.
Who's the one that's the biggest TikTok famous guy now? Was it David Dobrik? Is he TikTok famous or is he bigger than
YouTube.
No, he was
Vlog.
YouTube first. Yeah.
David Dobrik? If you're watching this, I sincerely apologize.
Ship us a Tesla.
Ship me.
He gives
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Well,
give
he
me a
gave
Tesla.
us somebody a Tesla.
Did you really?
Or Mr. I like Mr. Beast better. So Mr. Beast, come to
Mr.
me.
Beast, I want a McLaren 720. I'll do a challenge.
He has given people houses.
Mr. Beast, if you're watching this, I'll eat the most McDonald's in a McLaren 720 and then win it.
Dude, he did this video where he covered somebody's whole backyard in like pennies. It was like millions of
You
pennies.
fucking kid. Oh, that's why we're
can
at
have
a
it too.
coin shortage.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we have a coin shortage right now. So being silly.
Being silly, yeah.
Well, from what I see
What does
here,
that smell like? God.
the main
Copper.
reason,
Pennies.
the main
I know
reason
they do. Why'd I
Twitter-
smell my hand? I haven't even touched a penny.
Mm.
The main reason, not to be boring, the
No, you're
main
fine.
reason Twitter killed Vine was something about its ability or implied ability to invest in Vine.
They
more
wanted
li-
money.
Yeah,
It comes down to money.
that and it just seemed about.
But I feel
pointless.
like they could have used Vine, like created healthy competition between two companies they own and just raise them both. But so they just killed one to raise the other.
Yeah, but if they own both, I mean, they're spending the money to compete with itself. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but their
Yeah,
gain
actually.
is probably bigger.
True.
Spend-
I didn't have
Yeah.
Twitter, but I definitely had a
'Cause
Vine.
you got 2 nets. Yeah, you bought the second net to catch fish, but now you got twice as much fish.
yeah.
But and I remember when you could save the vines that you liked the most, and I remember getting the notification that it was going away, and like they had like a time set that you could still access it, and so I was just making sure I could save all the ones I liked, and I figured they wouldn't go as far as completely
Eradicating it.
yeah, but
So when did Vine go down?
16. It was 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, so whoever made Musical.ly hopped on that. Because I was saying, why didn't someone just create something right after Vine? But yeah, I guess that was Musical.ly. But they kind of started on the... They should just literally recreated Vine. Just brought
See,
up
that's why-
Vine. And then,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That first when I saw TikTok, I honestly it was so cringy to me. I hated it. Like
Yeah,
the
that's how I
lip sync and
was.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is not a. I'm not even gonna look at it as a substitute for Vine. And then later, it kind of the snowball effect happened. It started rolling in more different content, and so I noticed that it was getting really funny. That like I said prior to this. That's the only reason why I have it. It's
yeah, it shut down
Yeah.
in January 2017.
7th, so beginning of January. So
oh, so Musical.ly came out right before.
Yeah, they were offering for a period of time to anything that you made on Vine would go directly to Twitter. Like
But
forced
Twitter doesn't even have
transition.
stories. They'd put them as like a tweet. They'd put the videos
I
as a
don't
tweet.
know. I don't know enough about Twitter. But
Isn't it Twitter now doing like live streams or shit?
I don't
Can't
know.
you go live on
Twitter
Twitter?
is my least used social
Yeah.
media. I'm on it maybe
I think
once
Twitter
a
is
day
just
for
such
a minute.
Mine
bad.
too.
It's just negative shit, isn't it? Facebook's
just-
negative
It's
shit.
just everyone.
Well,
it's everyone belly.
I feel like the cancel culture on Twitter is by far the worst out of any of the
The
social
what
media.
culture?
Cancel culture.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, this person did this. I
Yeah,
do not like them.
that's all
Let's
Twitter is.
let's
That's
all gang up
That's
and
what I
get
just
them
said.
canceled.
Twitter to me is nothing but belly ache.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
cancel culture could really swing towards TikTok's way,
It won't.
Yeah, but nobody cares about privacy agreements, sadly.
which is
Our net
sad.
neutrality wouldn't
I think
have.
that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty much kind of the gist of it. I guess here in the next couple of weeks, we'll find out what's going to happen and how much I will give two shits because it doesn't affect me, and how all those 16 and 17-year-old little girls are just going to have nothing to shake their tits and boobs to anymore. And have to really, really invest into OnlyFans now.
Well, not if they're 16 or 17, but yeah.
Taylor.
Amen.
Was that the outro?
All
All right, that should have worked.
Oh man, 2 claps. Oh yeah, the reason why I redid that clap is because I wasn't recording the mics when you did your first clap. That would have worked if I had the mics recording.
I didn't want to. I was just trying to be funny.
Well,
Oh yeah.
here's an outro. How long is this?
We're at 49 minutes.
This is not bad. We'll make the outro this. If you haven't noticed, we have all new mics and mic stands. Thanks to Chase being the tech whiz.
That hurt my ears.
What's up, everybody?
The first thing
You can do that if you want to, if you don't want the mic stand.
Yeah.
What? I think mic stand's
I
awesome.
can move the. Honestly, though, with those mics, let me say something real quick. With those mics, they need to be closer to your mouth because they're live performance mics.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah, because you guys were a little bit quieter.
And on that note,
but I could still
I
fix
also
it.
noticed that these mics, anytime you laugh or we talk too loud, it does an excellent job at keeping it from
See, this is
popping. Is that the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see that back to Sam's head and shit, man? I'm tired of holding this. Like,
Thank you. That's Elton John's favorite mic of all time.
Channel 13 News. This is Elton John's favorite mic.
Yeah, he performs with.
Hey, Elton John,
Sure.
if you're watching this, can I have $5?
Follow us on Twitter, not TikTok,
Follow me on TikTok,
Facebook,
at
Smelly bed sheets.
Instagram. Thank you for listening, and let us know where you stand as far as what should happen to TikTok. We are actually interested to know what you've got to say. Thank you.
Let's have a poll.
A poll.
Ooh, I like that.
On CaveTalk.
Facebook, we can do polls.
Polls about what?
Like, should
What do
TikTok get banned? Yes or no?
Oh,
We can do-
yeah.
We'll release that.
Yeah, and I can add it at the end of this video. And then the next time we'll probably see Allison is if we do like a conspiracy theorist video. She has a lot of stuff on conspiracy theories.
Something
That's
about
weird.
the what was
No
the,
conspiracy theory's real.
what's the family the
I'm just saying they're not.
what's that family you believe in, the blood or
Oh, the 5 blood families.
I mean, I believe in that.
believe in that.
Oh,
That's like
they
the Roth.
rule the world. They there's like 5
Ro-
families
Roth-
who own like everything, and underneath them are
Oh, you're talking
separate
about like the
companies.
Rothschilds and
Rothschilds.
Yeah, I know that, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Ooh, we're definitely
Now,
gonna do that.
if you're gonna tell me like some other crazy ass conspiracy, like I didn't know. 'Cause
Like Bush did Sandy Hook.
Yeah, like Sandy Hook was a conspiracy. Tell that to the mother that cried. Like, tell that, like.
I have plenty of crazy opinions about conspiracy theories. I'm
okay,
very
I'm
open-minded
interested.
about it.
I'm interested. I'm
Yeah,
just autistic.
sometime
That's
later.
All right, we'll see you guys
All
later.
right, peace out.
All right, that should have worked.